For the past 10 years, this man has built a following of salespeople in the millions. He's sold thousands of books, popularized the concept of sales lists. He's founded a software company, Seamless.ai, that has gone from $0 to being valued at over $1 billion and tens of thousands of customers in just 4 years. He's the king of sales leads, the internet's favorite entrepreneur, digital marketing genius, container of expert sales secrets. He is an American storyteller. Ladies and gentlemen, bring to the stage with an amazing applause, Mr. Branon Bornancin.
Wow, this is absolutely amazing. Thank you. It's incredible to be here today. I remember when Jeb called me and he said they were going to host the biggest and baddest sales event of the year right here in Atlanta. And I didn't believe him. And that's the best part about Outbound. What you believe is what you can achieve. As long as you do whatever it takes, anything is possible. So today, I have a lot to cover in a very short period of time. I'm going to give you all the secrets that I've learned in the past 20 years in less than 20 minutes. And it all starts with one simple truth. Everything I've ever accomplished in my life has been because of Outbound. All of my successes, my goals, my desires, and my dreams from Outbound. And then when I look at all my failures, my pains, my challenges in life, it was because I wasn't doing Outbound. And no offense, probably relying on a lot of inbound. So before I dive in real quick, I want to understand who's in the audience with me today. How many of you are salespeople? Raise your hand and keep them raised. Whole room. Wow, this is amazing. And how many of you are here, if you're not in sales, keep your hands raised. Here to learn new secrets to provide a better life for you and your family. Now look to your left and look to your right. Isn't that amazing? And you want to know why? Because I believe that the only people that are going to change this world forever for the better are salespeople doing whatever it takes. Let's give ourselves a quick round of applause for being here today. So, I'm excited to share with you how I've leveraged Outbound to go from broke to financially free and build a company worth over $1 billion in just 4 years. Heck, I even met my beautiful wife, who's here today, Danielle, using Outbound. It was a 4-year sales cycle and relentless follow-up at Ohio University. Hi, Danielle. So for those that don't know me, a quick backstory. I was born and raised from Ohio. How many of you have heard of Ohio? Awesome. Well, for some reason, I don't know if Paramount hates me or the people from Ohio, but every movie that you see, they make fun of people from Ohio. And I don't get it. When I tell people I'm from Ohio, they think that we're all corn farmers or something. So I just tell them, no, I'm not a corn farmer, that's wild. But anyways, growing up from Ohio, I came from a tough family. My parents never went to college, so we always struggled financially. I don't know if you've ever had to grow up struggling financially before. My mom worked at a bank during the week and at the grocery store on the weekend. And at a grocery store called Mark's, which didn't even take credit cards because they were so cost effective. My dad worked construction during the week, and on the weekends, he worked at May Companies, which is Macy's, selling computers. So growing up, we always struggled financially. And I'll never forget going to grade school, getting made fun of for my garage sale clothes, and never being able to afford those field trips. So at a young age, I learned I never want to be in this situation ever again. I have to do whatever it takes to create a better life for my family and I. That's when I learned my first secret to success. Are you ready for the secret to success? Yes or yes? Yes. Love it. Never rely on inbound as a strategy for success. So I was telling my friends at the time, I'm broke and I need some money as soon as possible. And my buddy ends up referring me to my first job, a janitor at my grade school. So for $6 an hour, I got to wake up at 5 a.m. every day and go clean 500 desks with gum and writing all over it, scraping the gum with tiny little razor blades, my fingers bleeding. I was working soaked head to toe in bleach water. I also got to mow 10 acres of lawn in 100-degree weather on a push mower, nonetheless. After months of hard work, trading all this time for money, there had to be a better way. And the secret here, relying on inbound, hoping and praying for new deals to fall from the sky, is not a strategy to grow your business. So, I decided to do whatever it takes. I'm like, I gotta change my life. I go home after months of doing this. I open up my Cleveland Plain Dealer newspaper. I'm like, I gotta find a job. I gotta find something new. And I see this ad, big ad. Whoosh, technology call center. Unlimited commissions, $25 to $50 an hour. Now, at that time, I didn't know what a call center was, but I knew one thing for sure. I was done cleaning those damn desks forever. So I walk into the call center and I apply and I get the job, and I remember walking in. And all these hundreds of salespeople, they're all holding these phones. You know, the ones that you actually lift, there aren't cell phones. And what was crazy is at the time, they had the phones that stayed on your shoulder. So you could literally talk while it's on your shoulder, and everyone's making calls around the clock. Also, what was crazy is that a lot of people were chain smoking like crazy. So you just see them picking up the phone, chain smoking, they're selling, they're closing, they're pitching. And what was amazing about that experience, walking into it, the whole room was energetic, buzzing with salespeople, pitching and closing new sales over and over and over again. And the great thing about the call center was you got 10% commission on every sale you closed. But what was weird is we weren't even selling a product. This is brutal. We were cold calling people to donate. So I would call at the call center all the people on behalf of the firefighters associations, the police stations, you name it, asking for donations. Do you know how hard it is to sell someone over the phone to give you money for a little police sticker to put on the back of your vehicle? It is not easy. But after years of pounding the phones at the call center, doing outbound, I made more money than I ever made at that age. And I learned a few things. Number one, from this experience, the power of sales scripts. If you can master sales scripts and you can master overcoming sales objections, you can sell anything to anyone. I also learned the importance of selling something that you love. I didn't love cold calling people asking for donations for the police sticker. It just wasn't me. So I went to college, and with all the money I made from the call center, I decided to invest it, which is why I became a big online poker player. This is Investing for Dummies 101. And at Ohio University, you could see me at any point in time with 3 monitors, 5 to 10 poker tables. And people in my dorm would all walk by. Hey, where are you playing poker? 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 I'm like, 1, I'm trying to play poker and win this rake. And 2, that's when it kind of hit me. I'm like, after the 50th time, they should be paying me for this. I'm like, shit. I'm gonna cold call the poker companies, sell them to pay me $500 a person that I sell to join their site. So I start cold calling. And by the way, you have to get a Skype international phone because all these companies are global, and I'm like 18 years old. So I sign up, get the Skype international, I start cold calling them. First company picks up. Absolutely not, no way, they hang up on me. Second company picks up. No way, get out of Dodge. So I'm like, shit, there's only like 5 online poker companies. I'm like 60% of the way through. I'm gonna make a few more calls and then we'll see if this works out. So I dial, hello, this is Mr. Bornancin. Yep, I've got a business where we help poker companies acquire new customers, and I'd like you to pay me $500 per person that we sign up for you. I'm gonna get you connected to all the college students. And they say, no, thank you. And as I'm putting down the phone, so I pick it back up. Yes? We'll give you $100 per person you sell and a $1,000 bonus for every 10 people you sign up. I sit there, pause for 30 seconds. I'll see if I can make that work. Hold on. Yep. Okay. Send me the paperwork. Done. Let's do it. Hang up. They send the paperwork. We sign it. So I go back to my dorm room, and I just start knocking door to door. Hey, do you want a poker account? I'm going to get you hooked up with a poker account. I just start selling everyone. And it was amazing. You know, after I signed up everyone at my college, I ended up scraping the dorm directories of every college nationwide. And then I started building these sales email campaigns. This is 2004, 2005. Hey, I'm going to hook you up, free account. Let's get you on board. I'm trying to use different value propositions, elevator pitches, you name it, right? We ended up going from nothing to over 12 million in sales in less than 3 years. Outbound changed my life forever. Then it disappeared overnight. The government decides to shut down gaming and gambling in the US. Poof, gone. So I'm forced to look for something new, and I just didn't know what was next. And that's when I was on college campus, and I'm walking down Court Street with my buddy Jake. I get a text on my flip phone, because they didn't have iPhones then. Bing! Boop! Mark Zuckerberg. How the hell did he get on my phone? New friend request. Holy shit. Facebook's going all in on mobile. That's when it hit me. I had the next big epiphany. Text message marketing is going to revolutionize selling one-to-one to customers forever. So we end up going all in, and we build this text message marketing software called InMobile. And over the next 4 years, we lose everything and go completely bankrupt. All the poker money, gone. See ya. And we're like, what happened here? Where did it all go down? InMobile, looking back at the postmortem, failed for 3 reasons. Number one, I don't know if you've ever seen a fake guru, these online ad fake guru people with the big cars, the jets, all the jazz. So all these fake gurus kept saying that you need to do all this online marketing. You need to do ads, social media, SEO, PR, and we listened to them. We relied on inbound to grow our business, and it failed. We also didn't know how to sell B2B. The poker company was B2C sales, and it was something that was easy to sell to college kids. In mobile text message marketing, selling to Fortune 100, 500 companies was extremely difficult. And then lastly, we didn't have the list of all the people that we needed to sell to. So it killed mobile, completely broken, devastated. I decided to quit entrepreneurship forever. I will never become an entrepreneur as long as I live. And what do you do when you lose it all and you have to start back over again? You get into sales. Can I get a yes or yes for all the salespeople out there? Let's go. Sales is the best. Outbound sales is the only job where you can go from broke to financially free the fastest. And to get back on my feet, Jake, who started in mobile, he gets a job at IBM Interactive. Because guess what? We pitched in mobile to IBM Interactive for like $1 million deal as 20-year-olds. And they told us no. So then when we were broke and we apply, they hire us. And I got a job in enterprise sales. I got hired. Hey, we're going to give you an 8-figure sales quota. First year, you got to do 10 million. Next year, you got to do 25 million, you name it. Right? And at IBM, like most companies, you probably get hired. They give you a massive sales quota. They give you an inaccurate CRM or database. They give you no training, and they say, good luck. Go generate millions, or you're going to be in trouble. So, doing whatever it takes and everything I learned so far, I knew I needed the list to sell to. I needed B2B sales, and I just had to figure it out. So before I started my workday, day one, driving on the highway, headed into the IBM office, I see a Starbucks and a Kinko's. I pull off the exit, get my large coffee, and then I walk into Kinko's. Roll up, open the door. You see a big rack, sales books all over the place. The whole rack was filled with books from experts who are speaking here today. And I just start, threw it in the cart. I'm like, shit, I don't know anything about B2B sales. I don't want to get fired. I don't want to be broke. Threw it in the cart. Let's go. I start reading the books that week. And I felt every time I was reading the books from the experts, I was unlocking the secrets to success. And then over the next 2 years, I read over 250 sales books. While selling for IBM, I was able to crush my quota year after year. The secret from this experience is that success leaves secrets. Get the trainings, the books, the courses, the masterminds, anything that will give you a secret that will help you go from where you're at today to financially free. Pay for the shortcuts. Pay for those secrets. So, a Google recruiter calls me. Hey, Brandon, you did extremely well. I'm hearing that IBM Interactive, you're crushing it, blah, blah, blah. We want to bring you on to do sales for us. It's a lot different than enterprise sales. High transaction. People are buying Google ads like crazy. So I take the job at Google because I wanted high volume sales experience. Very similar to like the poker days, but high volume 6-figure, 7-figure deals. And who can argue it's selling for Google? And when I started selling for Google, the one thing that Google is obsessed with, a core principle, is called productive paranoia. They work with you to always analyze all the data on where your time is being spent. So in sales, every month I had to audit what I was doing, when I was doing it, how I was doing it. And what was crazy is there was one massive data point that stood out as I'm auditing the spreadsheets to get the data back to my manager to tell him how I'm improving. Over 60% of my sales time was spent on endless list building and manual CRM data entry. On top of that, we were spending millions on these old, expensive out databases, wasting all of our time, not selling, not pitching, not closing sales. So I call a bunch of engineers. I start calling my Google engineers, IBM engineers, people in my network. And I'm like, okay, Google, you could search for anything in the world and get the info. Why can't we just use a search engine to find all the contacts and companies in the world that we need to sell to instantly? And then IBM Watson uses artificial intelligence to research anything in the world. Why can't we use AI to research and validate cell phones, emails, and hundreds of data points about contacts and companies? So we end up working together and build this prototype, and we call it Seamless. And over the next few years, using this prototype, I sold over $100 million in ad sales for Google. I went from making over 6 figures a year, to then making over 6 figures a month. And when I got my first 6-figure commission check for 1 month's worth of work and winning President's Club, with my chief revenue officer dropping off the big award in front of everyone, right then and there, I knew that I had to help every salesperson in the world do the same with this magical sales software. Why? Because like I said, the only people that are going to change this world forever for the better are salespeople. If you can't sell anything to anyone, nothing gets sold. Economies rely on salespeople, as long as they have the list. So starting this new company, taking all the secrets that I've learned in my career, the list will make you rich. You could write this down. Number 1, the list will make you rich. Number 2, you can't sell anything to anyone. Number 3, mass outbound sales activity. And number 4, always be training in sales. Lists, scripts, activity training. We went all in on inbound, and we were able to build a company from nothing, with no money, no contacts, no connections, to a company worth over $1 billion in just 4 years. All because of Outbound and doing whatever it takes. Isn't that amazing? So, thank you. How did we do it? We used Outbound for growing every part of our business. So for sales, we built the list. How we acquired nearly 100,000 customers, we just every day, every week, built the list, sold to the list. Built the list, sold to the list. How we raised over $100 million in venture capital funding. I built a list of 20,000 VCs. I prospected them, pitched over 500 VCs, 347 in person, raised $100 million in funding cold. Recruiting and hiring over 1,000 people. How do you recruit 1,000 people and hire them? You build a list of thousands of people that you need to hire, and then you go write the scripts and go prospect and sell to those scripts, and you recruit them. Even in marketing, how we got 125 million impressions for a company. We built the list, put it in the platform, and advertised to the list. Outbound helped us serve over 500,000 sales teams. Our customers using Outbound and Seamless were able to generate 12 million appointments, 3 million deals, $29 billion generated, all from Outbound. And I want to leave you with one thing to wrap up. Outbound will change your life forever for the better. Use this time at Outbound to unlock all the secrets to success that you need to succeed. If you want to maximize your success in business and in life, Outbound will set you free. Let's use this time to make this next year your biggest and best yet. Thank you. I'm Branon Bornancin with Seamless.ai.